Hi, I'm Heyzeus, and we're going to have a look at a particular Redditor's little Katowice misadventure, a man who thought he might have lost his wallet after the tournament. Now, I have changed his name, just for the sake of privacy. I'm going to give him a generic placeholder name, so we're going to call him Mememeister1998. Now, Mememeister1998 thought it might be a good idea to buy 11,000 Katowice Legends autograph capsules as an investment, and if you're unfamiliar with these types of investments, it's just people buying up tournament stickers which Valve sells for a limited time around majors with the hope of selling them off for a profit at a later date, so nothing complicated. But this poor schmuck kind of ran into some problems because it turned out pretty much everybody else also had the same idea, and the market was pretty quickly flooded with these autograph capsules. I think there was about 300,000 or something on the market within a couple of days of the sale starting, and that number was steadily going up, which kind of presented an issue because the end of the sticker sale, even in the best case scenario, was probably still quite some way off. And Mememeister1998 says he wasn't worried about the sale, but to be honest, I'm not entirely sure I believe him. I'm suspicious this guy might have been shitting bricks. After all, he'd just spent $2,750 or some equivalent in another currency on these capsules, and the sticker sale kept on going on and on and on. In fact, it ended up going for about 9 days and 12 hours, by which point there are about 600,000 Legends capsules listed on the market alone, with who knows how many millions more in people's inventories. Now, you would assume that these items were completely and utterly fucked as investments and guaranteed to lose you money, but funnily enough, they weren't. They've gone up in price and they've stayed up. You can sell them for about 30% profit right now, just a few weeks after the tournament. So our friend Mememeister here should be looking at a very respectable $800 or so profit in the space of a couple of weeks. Or at least he would if it wasn't for one small problem. You see, he sold them all at the cost he bought them at the first opportunity. So, press F to pay respects. Now, there's two reactions you could have to this. One would be to search through my Twitter history and point out that I literally told people to do this, and therefore I'm a massive fucking hypocrite for making fun of this guy. But hey, that's not important, right? Let's just ignore the fact that this guy did literally what I advised people to do. No, what I think we should focus on is how weird it is that these autograph capsules have been such a good way of making money, because people went off their knockers buying these things. There were about 900,000 of them between the three capsules listed on the market by the end of the sticker sale, and if that's only 20% of all the capsules that were invested in, well, that's 4.5 million capsules, and it didn't look good at that point for anyone who invested in them. I was getting quite a bit of flack for ruining them as investments by recommending that people buy them, and it was kind of understandable. It's clear that people went in pretty hard on these things, but a couple of weeks later, we're already making a 30% profit. They were sold by Valve for 25 cents US, and now you can sell them for 33 cents US after tax, which is pretty great. They're definitely the best thing you could have invested in at this sale. And the question that gets me though is why? How is this even possible? There were so many of these things invested in. There's so many investors waiting to sell off their capsules. There's still about 600,000 of them listed on the market. They've only gone down about 1/3, so it's not like they've all just been bought up and opened. And given you can make a profit off these at the moment, well, wouldn't people be rushing in and madly undercutting each other, trying to sell off their capsules for a profit? It doesn't make sense, and it's really weird. Now, I made a video sometime back saying that autograph capsules were guaranteed profit, and you might expect me to gloat about it, but I'm not going to, because in reality, I actually got some of the fundamental details wrong. I did predict that the price would go up, but only because they'd crash in price and be really cheap for the first couple of months, leading to mass consumption of these things and eventually leading to the price going up because so many of them had been opened, which isn't at all what happened. In fact, I think you could say that I totally underestimated autograph capsules. They've gone up in price way quicker than I was expecting. So we're going to need a different explanation. Is it that there's overwhelming demand? Well, not really. If you look at the amount of capsules being sold relative to the amount that's listed, it's pretty low. Just compare it to the Hydra case and you'll see what I mean. There's way more Hydra cases being sold relative to the volume listed than there are autograph capsules sold relative to their volume listed. So if the demand isn't there, well, Could it have something to do with the investors? Are they consciously choosing not to lower the price on these things for some reason? Well, for the time being, this actually looks like the most likely possibility to me. It's the only way to reconcile the ridiculous quantities on the market and the low levels of demand. What I think is happening is that a lot of people aren't actually keeping their capsule investments in their inventories. They've just listed them on the market and forgotten about them, and in all likelihood, they're probably happy to wait, because in the past, these capsules have always gone up in price into the 40 to 60 cent range. So they've just listed the capsules in prices around this area and forgotten about them. They're happy to wait. And if we look at the distribution of the prices on Legends capsules listed on the market, this is kind of what we see. About 2/3 of them are in the 40 to 60 cent price range, and the remaining capsules are mostly listed at even higher prices, which would make sense if this is what's happening. And it also helps explain why the prices have flatlined after reaching around the 36 to 37 cent mark, because there's a big buffer of capsules they need to eat through, and the demand isn't there to do it quickly. But if this is the case, and we don't know 100% for certain it is, it's just not possible to. The only thing we know for certain here is that if you invested in autograph capsules, you totally could have made some really quick and easy money. But if it is the case, it has a very concerning implication. You see, at the end of the day, the thing that's holding up prices at the moment is that investors are confident that the price will keep going up in the future. As soon as something causes them to stop being confident about that, well, they're all going to start panic selling and the price will crash. Like, crash really, really bad. And make no mistake, this isn't actually a bad thing if you're an investor. It probably will mean a lot of people purchasing and opening cheap capsules, and eventually the price will recover to an even higher level as a result. So there's no reason to worry about this if you're holding onto some capsules, provided you're patient and don't get swept up in the panic. But man alive, it does look like this whole thing is totally built on cardboard foundations at this point, and I for one will be keeping an eye on things. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, subscribe. Otherwise, trust the numbers, not your gut. I'm Heyzeus. Thanks for watching. See ya.